free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the Grand and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Where will your path take you, traveler? Seek fortune in a new career or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thirsty Thursday, let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Let's have Austin cue this man.
Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead, start right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
Oh, there it is.
10.
Pop, pop.
10.
You know I like that sound.
Give it a 10.
He gets a 10.
Oh, so you know I get hyped when I hear that sound.
I know you do. I know you do.
That sounds good. It's tricky.
Crisp, clean. Otherwise, 402-464-5685. Starter Hammond text line, hotline. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, hit us up. Austin Norman, before we get to the goodies, let them know about the Mercado.
Certified Piedmontese, every type of meat, every type of cut. Family meals, single meals, anything you're looking for on the protein department, the right place to go is the Mercado. 84th and Havelock here in Lincoln. Stop by, say hi. Tell them the ticket sent you.
Yeah, Kevin needs to hear from you.
You can actually go out there and have a nice meal too. Sit down and
but
you got to get on. You got to get on the reservation early. You just can't show up and get it. That's
you better think ahead.
Yeah, it is a plan. Kevin Meyer, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, gentlemen. How are you doing?
It's a good day to be a Husker.
Yes, indeed it is. Every day's I would like to think every day's a good day to be a Husker, but
some days are better than others. Some are better than others. The sunshine is a little brighter today. The breeze feels a little better. That red burns a little brighter. The cream chills a little smoother. Oh yeah, Jordy Bahl is a Husker.
That's pretty phenomenal.
Let's raise a glass to what is Nebraska softball. Coach has done. Ron Ravel's done an exceptional job.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do this, Kevin.
Let us know that way. Haven't you learned? It doesn't get to me.
Yeah, it never reaches him.
Well, I'm hesitant to pass across the board because if there's a fumble,
how about that?
Then I do not want to be on the hook for that.
How about that? How about that? Yeah, you already had a hook to get off of.
I can't believe my partner just threw me under the bus. He knows I passed the rock. I like to dish to the left hand side.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, he looked at you like he knew. Kevin, what's the beverage of choice?
Today is all about the dads. Okay. It's Father's Day on Sunday. Tried to make everything about the dads. The one thing before we get into that though, I want to tell you a little bit of story about my experience with the bomb.
Mm-hmm. Let him know.
Sauce.
Let him know.
So it's not food. It's battery acid. Basically, is what it is, and
I'm definitely not eating it.
And there was some in the fridge at the shop, and we used to have an employee that was kind of a hot sauce fanatic, and so people would try to essentially burn his face off, and they would just send it to him as gifts because they knew how much he liked hot sauce. And he brought in a bottle of this Da Bomb, is what it's called. And what'd you say, 135,000 Scoville units, something like that? Okay. Yep. Well, I had this big bowl of soup, and it was like a brothy soup. It was like a homemade chicken noodle, something super mild, and it was big. It was a big bowl, a big bowl. And I was like, well, I should kick this up a little bit. So I dropped, I'm not kidding you, a drop probably smaller than the size of a pea in this big bowl of soup. And it was inedible. It was so hot.
What? Jeez.
And I'm not kidding you. The amount of broth to bomb ratio was probably 1,000 to 1. And it was that hot and that concentrated.
It overwhelmed the broth.
Overwhelmed the broth. I had to dump it.
Yeah,
and I like hot stuff. I mean, I'm a hot stuff guy. And
it was bomb.
Yeah. That's when it
ceases. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm sorry.
It is really a thing. Austin thinks I'm making it up.
I'm just worried that you're bluffing a little bit.
Hey, that's okay. Because if you truly believe him, you're not going to do it.
I'm not trying to be tough. I know my limits. I know who I am as a man, and I ain't about that life. But I'm going to do it anyways. Trying to convince myself it's not going to be so bad.
Kevin.
If I was you, I'd get in the weight room and I would get in the stomach eating room and gain about an extra 10 pounds.
I don't.
You act like I haven't tried.
It don't work.
You can't.
It didn't help Shaq. It didn't help Shaq at all.
I ain't Shaq. I know that.
Yeah, it didn't help Shaq at all.
No. But I tell you what, though, the guy that does that show, I mean, how many shows have he done?
Yeah, I mean, this is
20, how does he have a stomach left?
20-some seasons, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible.
And this one, it's funny because in this episode, the recent episode, it even got him, and he was making the face like, "Oh, what is happening here?" So yeah,
he's done it 100 times or more.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Some 200 times. Actually, 20. You think 10 a year, 12 a year for 20 seasons?
He's got to get his stomach pumped or something afterwards.
I would think.
Well, it's gonna pump whether he does it, whether he does it or not. It's go clear.
All right, let's get into the beverages. Okay, so what we're starting off with, like I said, it's all about the dads, and so what we're having is Zipline, and it's called the Can Opener, and it is a tropical ale made for the summer. And, if your old man didn't jump in the pool while you were standing next to it and splash you, then he just wasn't doing his job. And so, and that's how you teach your kid how to do a cannonball. You teach your kid how to do a can opener. And it's not about the splash. It's about that thump, thump, and then that water. And,
lean back on it.
You got to lean back on it. Yeah. Yep, that's right. And so for those of you playing at home, a can opener is when you go in, you grab one knee, your other leg is straight, and then you lean back and you try to make the big splash you possibly can. And so I thought, you know what, that's appropriate.
Make sure you raise the knee to the right level.
Yeah, that can go bad too.
Yeah,
it takes a little practice, but that's why you do it when you're young.
Yep. This is it.
So when they say tropical ale, they mean it.
Oh, this is absolutely tropical.
Yeah. So we've got some guava and lemon is essentially what it's made with. And it's just an ale, kind of a golden ale. It sweetens it up a little bit.
You can't taste the guava.
Yeah. But it's more, I don't know. It's kind of, it's a little bit fruity without being overly sweet, which I like.
Yeah.
And kind of refreshing for a hot day.
Yeah, because you can taste the guava, but again, it backs up behind the hops. The hops kind of kicks behind it, which takes away that sweetie.
Yeah.
I've never had guava before, so if this is what guava tastes like, hey, maybe I'll get some guava at the store next time.
Guava's very sweet though.
Yeah,
it's very sweet.
This place that my wife and I like to go, a big thing down there is guava duff, and it's almost like that Jello that's mixed with the whipped cream.
No,
you know what I'm talking about. You've never had that with the marshmallows on top?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
explain.
That's a Kevin thing.
It's not something that necessarily was part of my household, but I'm familiar with it, and they eat it at this place that we like to go down in the Bahamas, and because guava grows there on the island, so they make whatever they can out of it. So, and their big thing too is Johnny cakes. You ever had Johnny cakes? So Johnny cakes are kind of a cross between like almost like an English muffin and a biscuit, and then you slice them in half. It's the size of an English muffin. You slice it in half, and then you put a little guava jelly on there for breakfast. It's pretty damn good.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So
this is 10.
You got a 10 from
this
Zipline?
this is if it's a 90 degree, this I'm all in.
Yeah.
Right.
Definite patio pounder.
Right.
Yeah.
Patio pounder, picnic beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, just maybe poolside beer.
Mhm.
Yep. That's what it's meant to be. And
this is for friends. Like this is for friends. Make your friends happy. Treat them right.
Absolutely. And while you're at it,
what is
splash your kid while he's standing next to
Yeah,
you.
right.
what is the cost? What is the cost for those patio pounders?
These are about $10 a 6-pack, and it's just a brand new seasonal from our good friends here at Zipline, right here in good old Lincoln, Nebraska.
Nice.
Comes in at a mild 5% alcohol, and it's just a tropical ale made with guava and lemon, and just a good beer for the summer.
Yeah, that is a summer beer. That's well done. Well done. I like it. I like it.
I like it.
Uh-oh.
Stricky.
I'm going to reach across and grab this one with two
Oh my
hands.
goodness. Oh, Kevin.
So this is a little bit more serious in terms of the wine itself. However, the reason that I also chose it, besides it being a serious bottle of wine, is that it's got an old-time golfer on the front.
That's what I saw.
And it's called Fore, F-O-R-E, just like you would yell if you have a wayward tee shot at the golf course. And,
Have any of us ever had those? Didn't think so.
No whatsoever.
And this
I hit
comes
mine
from
straight
a
down the fairway.
winery in Paso Robles, which is Central Coast. And it is it's called Viña Robles, and this is their Estate Reserve Red. And it is a Cabernet Syrah Merlot blend. It's their reserve level stuff. So these aren't cheap. These are on the shelf for about $37 a bottle. But, you know, your old man's special to you. It should be about him. And, you know, I always say you don't get credit for stuff you're supposed to do, you know, so you're supposed to, you know, raise your kids. You're supposed to provide for them. You're supposed to, you know, fix stuff and do all the stuff that a dad does. And you don't get credit for that all the time. So show your old man you love him by buy him a good bottle of wine while he's grilling you up a steak for Father's Day.
The blend is what jumps off from an aroma standpoint. So immediately I got caught in the crossfire and kind of dug it. So
yeah, I like the blend of, because you can taste a little bit, because see, sometimes the Merlot comes off dry. So the blend takes away some dry, gives it a little bit more of a smooth taste to my palate.
Yeah.
And I like that.
100%.
And you get what you pay for.
It's definitely a good steak.
You get what you pay for.
Oh yeah, you can just, you know, it's got that subtle extra layers of depth. It has that super soft mouthfeel, great flavor. You get, you know,
no
the
kick.
Black
it
cherry.
Is, it's a dance rather than a kick.
Oh
like
yeah,
that, yeah.
It's like drinking silk.
Yeah. Wow.
It feels like I'm in like.
Is the wine you're honey? You dance
in Spain or something? I'm in Spain.
I was going to say sangria without the fruit.
Yeah.
But in full, like it's still tasty. It just doesn't have that kick that can sometimes exist when you go up a notch in the grape. But no, the blend works.
A lot of times, those tannins kind of come back and sneak up on the back end, and this just is just velvety smooth. And it's called Fore, F-O-R-E. It's a Estate Reserve blend from Paso Robles, from Viña Robles. And like I said, these are on the shelf for $37. So treat your old man to a good bottle of wine.
What else is on special the store? What can folks look out for?
Well, we've got a ton of new beers arriving every day, which is, I mean, the beer world is still just cranking out. We have to turn down as many options as we bring in just for shelf space reasons every week. And then we've got several wine of the month specials and just lots of great gifts you can give your old man. And you know, that's the whole thing. Especially once men reach a certain age, they're pretty hard to buy for because they don't really need anything. So give them something they can drink because they'll appreciate that. And
because of you,
right. You're the reason they drink, so you might as well.
And
you
they
know?
asked me while I drink. No, this is special. So hours from today until the weekend. What's going on?
We're just
for those last minute folks who want to wait until Saturday night or Sunday to do this.
We've got gift wrap. You know, we're open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day and 11 p.m. on the weekends. And so just stop on in. Our staff is very knowledgeable and they'll be able to help you with a recommendation and pick you out something special for your dad. And that's about it, man.
All right, Kev. One more final time. Give him the two beers, the beer and the wine, please.
Zipline can opener, tropical ale made with guava and lemon right here in good old Lincoln, Nebraska, and 4 from Viña Robles out of Paso Robles, California. Available at the shop, and I think would make good gifts for your pops.
That's one for us. We're going to be at the CSW tomorrow.
Yes.
That wine right there would be perfecto for us to sit out on that.
The beer,
both. Yeah,
the beer would be
those
fantastic.
would be 2 great ones.
Job well done, Kevin Meyer. 2 10s.
Thanks,
Cheers.
gentlemen.
Salute.
Cheers.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy future Father's Day.
Yeah, to Austin.
Little one's there.
He's got bacon.
He's on his way.
He's got bacon.
We'll throw it to break. We come back. More Old School here on The Ticket.
You're listening to Old School with DP&J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket FM.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lots of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Check out their lot just north of 48 Lake and Fixed Ride for summer road trips and beyond. Motors.
No tag-on. Just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, it's Nicklin Heyman, Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
Generation V.
Opening a new location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Join us this Saturday during our grand opening sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. Mix and match between Vape, Delta 8, and Kratom, or buy two of your favorites for the price of one. Buy one Elf Bar disposable, get one free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the grand opening sale this Saturday at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead, start right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
Oh man, what do they say? What do they say over there in Ireland? Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Yeah. Anyways, we want to say thank you to Kevin Meyer again.
Done deal.
Bringing in on Thirsty Thursday. Strick is on his way.
4.
And
4. That wine could be named after you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like it. I likes that. And got big news. The Vegas won the Stanley Cup. We do have confirmation that the Joker is on his way back to his homeland. He went right from the parade to his personal jet.
I'm out.
Just reading it right over here. Antonio Brown's arena team got booted from the league for lack of paying people.
He didn't pay the league. He didn't pay the league.
He did. You know what he said? He said, he wrote it on a piece of paper, I owe you. Hey, you remember when you
were just 3 letters.
You remember when you were in middle school? Hit you with an I owe you, man.
Yeah.
I'll get you back, dog.
Yeah, I got you. I'm good for it.
Yeah.
Hit him with the wimpy. You know, give me a hamburger today.
Didn't even
I'll
sign
gladly play you Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Then you got big news out of the baseball is that looks like potentially that the Oakland A's are leaving Oakland. They're going to be the Vegas A's, which to me, I grew up as an Oakland A's fan. I was a Dave Stewart and Dave. I used to call him Parallel Parker, the Cobra fan.
Yep.
Dave Henderson, Ricky, I loved watching them. Terry Steinbach and all those dudes, and I know how deep that runs in there. But I also know the trashy stadium that they play in because when the Raiders were there, we played in it as well.
It's a terrible building.
Yeah, and then also it's kind of like it's like in Houston. You've been there. There's no zoning, so you have a Taj Mahal where the Warriors are, and then across the street you have that old the Coliseum has history. But can we update the history?
It went through an earthquake, bro. Like, fix it.
No, that's all right. It's still up there. I wonder how many code. I wonder how many code violations.
Oh,
like if they,
there's a website.
Yeah,
there's a website.
Like how many code violations? X. You get the red X.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's a website that tracks them all, Jay.
Yeah.
Like we went through. I was telling the story. We went to an A's game. Ended up again, Jay. 30 minutes before game time. Got seats first row. Seats 1 and 2 next to the A's dugout. And the club, it allows you full access to the all benefits club.
Right.
And you leave the seats. And I mean, Jay, I don't want to talk poorly about, think of the worst gym in Nebraska.
Right.
That when you walk under the bleachers, the water's running from the ceiling to the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
and that's in the VIP area.
Yeah, it's just a sad day for if it does go through MLB. Obviously, big news is the U.S. Open out in L.A. First one at the L.A. Country Club, right in the middle of Los Angeles. Ricky Fowler is showing that he is not just an internet golfer, and he's trying to show some life in his game. So we'll see if that holds up. So. It's the start of Father's Day weekend, and then tomorrow we're going to be up in the O.
Who do you want to see? Who are you like? Is there somebody you want to see? Is there a school that you're looking forward to being around?
I want to see Wake Forest because the home run power, which I think that when you get in the CWS that they won't. I'm assuming that they won't be able to hit at that clip, but they also were top 5 in the nation in doubles. And they have one of the best pitching staffs. Now, granted, if you're scoring runs, you're going to have a better pitching staff, so forth and so on. Obviously, LSU has always been a staple. Stanford kind of got in on a humbug. The ball got. I feel so bad for those Texas Longhorns that the ball got. You couldn't see in the lights. Should have wore shades at night. What's that song? I wore my sunglasses at night.
Future so bright. Is that the worst? I was literally going to ask you that. Is that? Can you think of a worse way to lose a game?
It's comparable to when the New York Giants played the Philadelphia Eagles and Larry Zonka was at the Giants and they were trying to just run out the clock and the quarterback and Herm Edwards picked it up and scored.
Joe Pisarcik.
Or unfortunately, don't even go there, Austin.
Yeah,
sitting there counting my next week's playoff check. And they hit the music. I still think it was a forward pass, and I'm sitting up there. Every yard line is like a $10 going down the drain.
I was going to say, just last week in baseball, we had a walk-off wild pitch that hit the umpire in the face mask. So the guy trots home from third. The umpire's down on the ground, and that's the game.
I mean, if you're, think about this. I mean, and certainly in baseball, I don't know that. Like if it's somebody hits a home run on the walk-off, that's a thing that you did. You, at the highest level of incompetence, let a ball drop that should have been caught. 3 people stood around it and couldn't make the play.
Well, it's almost like taking a last ball strike looking.
Yeah.
World Series on the line or something like that. It's something like that. But I don't feel sorry for anybody in Texas or nothing like that. But so it'll be interesting to see. I think it's always a good time up there. I'm sure that his festivities have been going on all week. We'll see what team can lock in and concentrate, because I think sometimes teams that haven't been there before, say like a Wake Forest or somebody that's kind of new to the scene, it can affect you because you can get caught up in the hoopla. Because the best thing that you can do in a double elimination is get off to that first start. That first W, kind of playing with house money. You don't want to be having it's just kind of like in basketball. You don't want to go through the loser's bracket, play 2 extra games and get to the championship game and hope that you got enough in the tank. So, I'm excited to go up there and, see the festivities and then see how it goes throughout the weekend. It's a Father's Day weekend, so it's a lot of time watching sports. So, you know how it is. And then Austin will know how it is next year. So it's all good in the hood. Probably going to hit break, and then we're going to talk about the Blur tailgate. We're going to talk about a little Huskers football. I heard the early break crew talking about the backup quarterback situation. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, DP. We got to dive into it because I want your perspective from a coach's perspective, former player as well, but just from a coach's perspective. How much pressure is Tim Tebow 2, actually H2, Hummer 2, Heinrich Harburg, and Chuba, don't call me Bubba Purdy, under right now to step up? Because at the end of the day, you won. Forget Sims getting hurt. Well, you're one cheap shot from getting in the game. You're one, oops, I didn't see that the whole 2 yards of white on the outside, and I knocked him into the Gatorade, and you might have to go in for a series.
One fall down to the knee hit.
Right. So if you don't think that defenses are willing to have a takeout order to do it, to win, just go back to the semifinals between Ohio State and Georgia. Ohio State wins that game if they don't cheap shot Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
And don't think it wasn't on purpose. So that being said, we're going to break. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, Old School. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Generation V. Opening a new location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Join us this Saturday during our grand opening sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. Mix and match between Vape, Delta 8, and Kratom, or buy 2 of your favorites for the price of 1. Buy 1 Elf Bar disposable, get 1 free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the grand opening sale this Saturday at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air. When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time. So I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811.
Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppel discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppelCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail, because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We are back. Old School. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin on the ones and twos. Always making it sound good. Look good on a Thursday, right after Thirsty Thursday. Big shout out to Kevin and obviously Strick, probably almost on the way back to the crib. But also, before we get into the short segment, we're going to be live tomorrow from the Blur Tailgate Hilton and Omaha. They're Omaha Hilton, 10 to 6, corner of 12th and Cass. And it's the 11th annual tailgate, all-inclusive bar and buffet, 18 TVs showing live baseball games, multiple seating options, and the best part, Austin, you can get in a hammock. So if you want to just get your party on, get the itis, go get you in a hammock, and doubt you're going to probably get a good sleep, but you might be able to sleep some. And it's 10:30 actually until midnight, June 17th, 16th, and 17th, 19th through the 21st. Tickets are available, all-day access, $69, $99, $119 different options. So come eat, be happy, be merry. But in the short segment, DP, I wanted to ask you, Bradley Beal kind of, I wouldn't say broke the internet, but I heard Strick talking about Zach LaVine and Austin talking about Zach LaVine and the Chicago Bulls and what they should do. And you're a big proponent of when you have certain players that you just can't, they just aren't in the NBA, right? All these guys are going to get drafted. out of the however many, there's probably, if you're on a good draft class, it's going to be 4 in the first or second round. They're going to be guys comparable to Levine or anybody like at that level. Let's just say below superstar level, and that's LeBron, KD, and those cast of characters. But that second level is still championship quality. Let me ask you this about the Chicago Bulls, because I think they're in a unique situation, because I think if they're healthy, and I think Lonzo Ball, I think he might be done. But I think when healthy, they could make some strides in the East. Do you try to run it back one more year with DeRozan, Levine? They got Williams, who's kind of like a modern day small forward, power forward that can guard 1 through 5. Coming from Florida State. And then they got a host of Caruso, who I think is a glue guy, kind of like Caldwell Pope with the Nuggets. Or do you blow it up and try to move your most tangible asset right now? And I'd probably say, I think DeMar DeRozan is the best player, but I think your most profitable asset to get rid of, and I hate even saying that, get rid of, but to trade, is Levine, because he's younger and he ended the season on a heater.
That's good. Let's do this. It's at 59. Let's go break. Come back. We'll open with it, because that's deep water, Jay.
Yeah, it is deep.
That's deep water.
NBA deep. And then also I want to ask you about Mark Jackson, because I listened to a podcast of Stephen A. Smith talking about why he hasn't had a head coaching job. I want to ask you about the industry as a whole, why they have blacklisted that man.
Yep.
Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, will be back. Deep water at the top of the 5 o'clock hour.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Generation V. Opening a new location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Join us this Saturday during our grand opening sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. Mix and match between Vape, Delta 8, and Kratom, or buy 2 of your favorites for the price of 1. Buy 1 Elf Bar disposable, get 1 free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the grand opening sale this Saturday at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at GarnerIndustries.com.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the dads in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Jay Foreman, DP, Old School, top of the 5 o'clock hour. First hour goes by quick. Again, big shout out to Kevin Meyer Cork and Bottle, Thirsty Thursday. Hook Strick up with the 4 wine, right? 4 like golf in this U.S. Open weekend, Father's Day weekend.
Yep.
But Old School is brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, located at 84th and Havelock. Every type of meat, every type of cut. I'm Jay Foreman. That's DP. Austin on the 1s and 2s, making it sound good and look good, or as much as possible as we can in this day and time. Before we, went to break, we were talking about Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and the Chicago Bulls, because at this point in time with the draft coming up, things will start happening. You have to start to kind of see. I always say the known trades, the known players that are being free agency. That's what everybody knows because it's out there now. Bradley Beal eventually will get traded. I think his is going to be. It's going to be a long process because of the way he's loved in that organization, the way that he still feels, affinity for there, and plus his contract. And then even when he's traded, he still has a no trade clause. So he can't go somewhere as a rental. He's going somewhere to set up shop. So you have to find the right situation with that contract. But there's 2 big contracts up in Chicago in the Chi-Town, Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, I think, is right below superstar status, right? And superstars, LeBron, KD, and all those guys, right? The known superstars, Giannis and Luka, and obviously Joker and all those guys, right? But then you have another one that might be in that tier, maybe in the bottom tier, is Zach LaVine with a high price tag. East Strick and Austin talked about it before. I want your opinion, DP, because you're a big proponent of when we talked about Jaylen Brown and Tatum, that you keep them, right? Because those look, in this draft, you might have the hype with all these guys coming out, but they're generally not going to work out, right? So you don't want to give away known assets that are productive and actually are 75% worth the money, right? Mm-hmm. What do you do? And I'm assuming we're all in agreeing that Zach LaVine right now would probably bring back more like trade capital because of the youth and the way he ended the season. Talk about his game, because I think his game is modern day AAU game, playing in the NBA level, dunk or threes, right? Which is great when you're hot, and you saw when he's hot. Is he somebody that can bring back true draft capital, or multiple players that are in that third tier, right? Below, you have the guys that are in outer space, guys that are right below outer space, and the third tier is pretty much everybody that's, your 3 and 4 option, like a Harrison Barnes or something like that. Do you think he can bring enough for Chicago to make a move, considering the status of Ball, the age of Caruso, and some of the other draft picks that still need a year or two to develop?
I'll go back to the late great Wes Unseld, who always made these discussions based on meat. He would always,
because I was a big brother and he looked like he liked to eat.
Right, he based it on meat. And he would say, "Well, listen, there's a couple of the top choice prime players. There just aren't that many. If you get a chance to eat prime, you eat prime. There are folks that would rather have New York. There are folks that would rather have ribeye." Right. And then there are folks that, quite frankly, are good with hamburgers and hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And if you understand that, you're not going to trade hot dogs for
any type of steak.
For any type of steak. You're not going to trade hamburger unless you are just gutter, and that's just what you want to do. Zach LaVine is, I would say that he's, as you said, he's mid. I wouldn't put him in the top 20 players in the league.
Oh no.
I wouldn't.
I think it's a log jam of once you get below 19 to like 45 or 46.
Well,
there's a lot of guys depending on what your flavor, what your steak,
what your preference is. But then you ask, what teams in the NBA would he be the best player on? And are they worth doing business with? Right, because we're talking about major capital. Now, if you fully believe that you need to get into the Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown universe of pairing talent, then you better have a Jason Tatum level in your stable before you consider Zach LaVine. And how many teams have that and then are comfortable enough to take on the big financial bump that's going to be required to do so? Right? Because you got to pay him. And the Bulls certainly aren't going to give him away and then pay him too.
Right.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah, you're taking all that.
Right. So how many teams have a Jason Tatum level of talent that they could pair him with? Because LaVine's not going to change your level and location by himself.
Right.
If you said, think about it this way. If you said, I'm going to put him with Paul George, people would, okay. Like, I can see that, but you've got a dude there already. Kawhi's there. What do you do? If I said we're going to send him to Charlotte, but I'm going to exchange Ball brothers to do that, right? Yeah, like that leaves a taste in your mouth.
That won't happen until Jordan finish selling the team.
Right. Well, but that's a thing, right? That's a thing that's in play. If you're Washington, you're trading big for big contract for big contract, but you're not changing your level and location. You need them together. Either one of those teams would need Beal and LaVine together to have the value that you're talking about. The Knicks have an abundance of the same level of talent.
And they're younger.
Right? Same level of talent, younger, smaller contracts.
Right. But I'm talking about from the Chicago Bulls
standpoint. The Bulls, you married her, bruh. This is one you say, listen, why'd you give her the big contract? Why'd you give her the waiver? Why did you do that? That's how you got that.
I mean, he's got the big contract, but when you look at see what people don't really understand about.
Look, you got Patrick Beverley that you're giving excess money to, consuming space.
Yeah, that's only $400,000.
Patrick Williams doesn't do you enough service or move enough. Dalen Terry doesn't move anybody. Neither the Taylors do.
But does Zach LaVine move enough for $38 million? And here's what I was going to say.
I don't know who does.
Zach LaVine is a byproduct of where the team potentially could have went with everybody being healthy. That's how he got the max contract. Because you got to think, when he got signed, Caruso came right over after winning a championship. He's bringing championship mentality to a young team at $9 million. That's actually a bargain, and I'm sure the Lakers wish they were giving him that $9 million. Then you had Lonzo Ball that actually came into his own and started to be very consistent on the cusp of being an all-star. Well, then now they didn't take the knee injury that was never rehabbed correctly, whether it was from his big baller brand shoes or just bad, luck or genetics. Well, that's not, you can't depend on him. And then when you have the
Kobe White's in the conversation.
Kobe White, who could be your point guard, who actually played well when he gets a chance.
Vucevic, if you
DeSumno from Illinois, who we know, up close and personal, who's good.
You would ride with
right. So then
right?
that's why I was saying, I'm asking you as a Chicago
who's
Bull,
going to take the
Orlando,
Bulls would want to
but they're Orlando.
If Orlando does this, shut it down and start over again. Why would
Orlando has drafted the same player 4 years in a row?
Right.
Okay, then. So that's the dummy.
That's the dummy. Okay. Right. Yeah, we're not doing this from a level.
We're not doing this from a logical standpoint.
Yeah, the dummies are Orlando.
Chicago has a black book.
Orlando,
find the dummy.
The Knicks and the Pacers would be the three that I would say most likely to do a thing.
Because then the second part of the question is they got third in the Central, 17 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks. Even though I think the Milwaukee Bucks roster will be a little bit different or a lot different next year. That's a lot of ground to make up with this roster. And you have somebody at that price tag and still under 30 that you could find a dummy or sell it to a Knicks or somebody to say, okay, well, you're not using Obi right. Or do you want to get rid of or do you want to get rid of Julius Randle?
Yeah, Randle is the move.
Right, because he had Julius Randle in Chicago at his price tag with DeRozan, with Caruso, Patrick Beverly, and whoever else, the young guys, White and all those guys. He brings you a power forward, and you're not depending on Vucevic to be that inside present, even though he's 6'10", 260 or 6'10", 260 pounds. And then you can allow Patrick Williams to play more of a position that he's familiar with. More of a 3-4 versus a 4-3.
Yeah, but I don't see them getting Randle and keeping DeRozan.
Why not?
They're dumb. I don't think they're stupid.
Who, Knicks?
Yeah.
They are. Don't you know what their owner is?
How do those two fit together? How do you play DeRozan and Randle together? How do you do it?
Well, they're running, they're a space.
Yeah,
they're a space matchup.
That's actually a great combination.
Right. That's a space.
Julius Randle is most effective at the top of the key. I'm going downhill.
Yeah.
Then
so is DeRozan. He's a mid-range guy.
Right. And then you can switch off, but also he can kick it to mid-range. They actually work really good. Julius Randle is not. You're thinking of Julius Randle like LeBron. He's not LeBron. He's good, actually, pick and pop, pick and roll. You like to pick and roll with somebody that can kill you at the free throw line, and then you can pick and pop to Julius Randle, and he's coming downhill with a head of steam, dumping it off, and then kicking it to a Kobe White or somebody like that. And then maybe you get a mid-level, just three-point sniper, and to go with Caruso, it opens up your offense.
Can I ask this question? Because we're talking about why teams would make that decision. Would the Lakers be willing to eat the money just to have the player?
What? Who?
DeRozan. Would they be willing to eat the money? Remember, they're willing to pay the penalty. They have been. That's been their history.
If they do it, it's definitely a better player than Russell Westbrook, but you're not getting to what you need. The Lakers.
Do they know what they need?
They do. Here's what the Lakers do. They know they need to get rid of Anthony Davis. The problem is Anthony Davis has not done anything that has amounted to people to actually pick up the phone and listen to the conversation.
I would dare say this, and we talk about dumb and stupid. If the Lakers called the Washington Wizards today and offered any sort of trade with Anthony Davis and Bradley Beal, the Wizards would take it at whatever loss they had to put up with. They would take it today.
But then here's on the flip side.
They would take it today.
Here's on the flip side. The Lakers don't have anybody that actually can do 3/4 of what Anthony Davis can do on the defensive end when motivated. The problem that the Lakers have is Anthony Davis has chosen on his own. This is not a LeBron being GM. This is not a Rob Pelinka thing. This is Anthony Davis chose on his own to not get better, and now you are essentially cemented because you got one of the greatest players of all time that can't play forever, that just play. I mean, in the last game against the Nuggets, he played 48 minutes at almost 40 years old. That's
too much.
Pathetic. So then now you have other players that have grown, and now it's almost the same thing as the Chicago Bulls. Levine and Anthony Davis. What do you do?
I would think that, again, you call Washington. Beal and Porzingis.
Yeah, okay, see, now you got me talking.
Right.
See, now you got
Right.
my ear. When
Right.
you just said Bradley Beal, even though I'm a Bradley Beal fan,
now
you get Porzingis.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
see, now we're really doing
right.
something.
That I mean, again, and it's mainly because you've been in those rooms and you know how
Right.
like the puzzle pieces that they put together.
Porzingis, the unicorn that Phil Jackson liked to call him. And you know, Porzingis is a lot more physical and tougher on the defensive end that anybody ever gives him credit for.
And shoots the three the same way at the same,
and will
at the same
rebound on a
frequency.
consistent basis and will challenge you.
Yeah. So I think that's how I look at how this plays out.
Right.
But I also know that New Orleans is going to do some dumb stuff. Like they're on the schedule. The Pistons aren't done. There's no chance
they got
the
a nice
Pistons,
they got
right.
a nice nucleus.
Yeah,
so.
but they're not done, and they will go and get a piece, and this could be the piece if you're willing to say that we can win in the next 3 years with DeRozan.
Yeah.
Right? But he's Chicago, which is the only thing that sits in the way of that.
And DeRozan wants to be in LA.
Right. But if if it's DeRozan, I think DeRozan goes to the Clippers. Like, I just think he goes to the Clippers. If that's going to happen, those three as your core sells tickets and has a it sells tickets. Like
you would spend $500 to go watch two mid-range guys.
I would
and
rather
Paul George, whether he wants to be playing or not, with eight. Like,
DeRozan, Paul George, and Kawhi. I would rather watch them. We saw 2/3 of that in Toronto win a chip with Kyle Lowry as the replacement. I would much rather watch those three. I would rather coach those three. I'd much rather be watching those three than any three the Lakers put on the floor.
Oh yeah, but the problem is all three of them don't play. So essentially, you bought those tickets right now at $500-$600, and there's probably over a 70% chance only one.
But
I'd
take them in March, April, May, June.
But we've seen it before. Clippers got knocked out.
Well, I would rather see that than the Lakers
right now. Yeah,
I would rather see that than the Lakers.
I just think with the Clippers,
I don't get excited about about DeRozan with the Lakers. I just don't. I don't know why.
Me neither. I don't.
Like,
I'm just telling you where he wants to go, and both teams are not set up for him to be successful based on who they have presently and the way they play basketball. I think DeRozan stays in Chicago. I think if Chicago can somehow find a way to move that big contract and get somebody in at his level, I think Chicago kind of takes off. But if they don't and they run it back, you're looking at 7-8 seed again, play in tournament, lose to Toronto. You know, everybody, it's kind of rinse and repeat. And then what do you do?
I think DeRozan, it falls down the pyramid in the most interesting free agents of this season. I'd be much more intrigued by a Draymond Green, Anthony Davis conversation.
Trade or together?
Either or. Like, I think no matter how that plays, they would be better with each other, and both teams, whatever team they were on, would be better. But if you decided to trade them and switch them, it makes both teams more interesting. It makes the Lakers and Golden State more interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm the Lakers, I'm bringing in Draymond Green to challenge Anthony Davis. I'm bringing to get something out of him. Or really, to be honest with you, like kind of a side note, the two teams that should be getting the most phone calls right now, as you get closer, the phone should be ringing every hour on the hour, is OKC with their potential players that know and want to play basketball the right way, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, because they have unique pieces that teams that were in the last, say the last four teams in the East and West that they need. The teams that didn't make it to the finals, or even the Miami Heat, those two teams have pieces that they need, and they have overabundance. So if you need size, right, like the Heat need some size, Cleveland. If you need flexibility and potential to kind of take the pressure off LeBron and who knows what AD, you got OKC. You even in another team on the kind of the lower end, and it's only one person, is New Orleans. Now, I think Zion won't get traded this year. I think he's gone.
No, I'm literally going there.
Yeah.
That the Lakers and Pelicans would be the most likely trade to send Anthony Davis and a player back and get Zion and Ingram, and it becomes way more interesting for both of them.
And Ingram, I mean Zion
with Bron.
Zion never plays.
Well, but
he never plays in LA, and Anthony Davis never plays in New Orleans.
Now
you dump it and do like the cash dump, but they never play at those two places.
I would applaud at watching the other Pelicans and AD and Zion and Bron together. I would absolutely buy in.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see Zion and Bron, you might as well just go to a summer league game and when they play like those open gyms.
No,
because Zion has only played 36% of the time.
Yeah.
It would never work. LeBron needs somebody steady that can right the ship. That has the Lakers are thinking mentality, right? And New Orleans Pelicans are thinking mentality, right? Because they got pieces to be championship quality or deep into the playoffs quality. When you're thinking of Zion, the teams that ring the most, to be honest with you, is obviously Houston, and we've seen it. That doesn't just come out of anywhere.
Right.
Okay, so then it's Houston.
Right.
Along with James. So that's where you go and like your career, you just die. You know what I mean? You just do whatever you want. And you might beat Golden State one night, then you lose to like New Orlando by 20 the next night.
That is a thing.
Or you go to Orlando. What these GMs have to do, and I think when you think of some of the coaches that they've hired, when you think of Phoenix, when you especially think of Detroit, they see that they have good assets, and OKC, right? And even Cleveland. They see all these assets that actually want to play basketball and win. You have to protect them against some of the guys you bring in as free agents because they could destroy your nucleus.
Yeah.
And that's why the Bradley Beal thing is so interesting, because he has veto power where he's at and where he goes. So that nullifies all the nonsense that goes in there. Whereas James Harden goes into, say James Harden went to Cleveland or like OKC. Well, you can't say they already got Spider-Man, but to say he went to OKC or Detroit. Not going to happen, but say he does. He ruins Cunningham. He ruins all those guys down there, Alexander and all those guys down in OKC, because he doesn't have the unique ability from a leadership standpoint. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's so. Kyrie as well. Kyrie could do it, but he doesn't want to do it all the way.
I just, like I said, for most of it, the draft will tell us some, because there'll be some movement pre-draft, and then the draft picks will actually tell us what a team's focus actually is, rather than what we believe it is. And then the movement immediately following that at Vegas, deals will be done, and teams will not look the same. Teams will not look the same
because it's desperation time.
No,
it's desperation.
Well, if you didn't get what you wanted, you go.
Well, it's desperation time because they're looking at the Nuggets. They're young, they're tough, and they actually are focused. So you are in big trouble the rest of the league. So good first segment, DP, Jay Foreman. We're going to dive into the number 2 position, H2, and Chubba, don't call me Bubba Purdy. Who's going to win and why, and how do you differentiate that, DP? I want you to think about this. How do you decide who's my number 2 from a coaching standpoint? Your perspective, not what Matt Rule or Satterfield's going to do. If DP's the coach, what do you do to differentiate that? Because this is going to be and should be the talk on the offensive side of the ball, because it is important. So Jay Foreman, DP, we're going to break. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and Jay on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Generation V. Opening a new location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Join us this Saturday during our grand opening sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. Mix and match between Vape, Delta 8, and Kratom, or buy 2 of your favorites for the price of 1. Buy 1 Elf Bar disposable, get 1 free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the grand opening sale this Saturday at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Herrick Services takes this time to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the dads in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter, and the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Our Remington Homes has really expanded and taken off in the last 5 years.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. You can select your options. We give you a lot of choices. By selecting certain floor plans, they're just easier to build. And you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Koppel discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
Happy Happy Hour.
We're speaking to Nate Rohr, the voice of Husker Softball. Are they going to need more seats at Bowling?
Absolutely. This is the sort of attention like.
Nate, do you think it's at all possible to add a second level to the press box?
They have kind of that attic thing where they put cameras. I've wanted them to turn that into a second deck, but yeah, the press box is going to be really crowded. I might have to be scalping seats in the back of my booth next year.
Weekdays from 1 to 2 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Second segment, 5 o'clock hour. Jay Foreman, DP, old school. Brought you the OG way, actually. You know, we up in the building talking about backup quarterback at Nebraska. Probably the one, you know, I would have, if you would have asked me, I don't know, whenever I left college, it was in 98, that however many years later, and I don't want to be reminded on the text line, that the biggest topic should be or could be who's going to be the backup quarterback moving into 2023. I would have looked at you sideways. Now, obviously, I would have never forecasted Nebraska to be where they're at or at the Big Ten, but business is business, and it is what it is. But I guess I was so blessed that we always had depth, right? We always had guys that we knew were ready to play, even all the way back down to Matt Turman, who was a walk-on when Brooke and Tommy were out. He stepped up like a champion and won a game on the road down at Oklahoma and Kansas State and so forth and so on. But everybody else was able to play around him, play better, step it up, and it was a more team effort. Now, when you go into this season, regardless if Jeff Sims takes every snap that he needs to take, right? If you're beating a team enough, you take the starter out, that doesn't count. But when you look at the depth chart, number 2, and who's out there, you talk about meat or not, man, it's got to be development and the pressure for those 2 young men as you get the countdown, right? And it's not even to the first game. For the pressure for them is tomorrow. The pressure for them is Monday. The pressure for them is every single day because they are in a neck and neck competition. At least I assume. I don't know anything, but both of them are backup quarterbacks, right? Whether one's 2 right now, one's 3, and vice versa. The pressure is on them to separate themselves somehow, some way. And you can't do much because you're not in pads and all that other stuff. So really it comes down to, what they're doing, amongst themselves, throwing routes and all that other stuff. But then, have they gotten more mature and developed true leadership skills? Have they added things to their games that maybe Jeff Sims does or things that Casey Thompson did to really take that next step? If they are just showing up every day, lifting weights, watching a little tape, and being okay with being the backup, Nebraska's in bigger trouble, not even from a production standpoint on the field. They're in bigger trouble from a mindset standpoint of those 2.
If we're absolutely honest, and we've talked about this, I like to base things on what we know versus what we have to speculate about. And I don't know Heinrich Haarberg as a Big Ten quarterback. I kind of know him as a Nebraska quarterback just from practice. If I based it on, 2 red-white games, that's I don't think he wants to be judged by that. But that's all we have is practice and red-white games. Chubba, right. We have some idea of under fire. Again, not a lot, not substantial, not great, but we know. I'm still on the fence in this that Logan Smothers gave you in-game Big Ten tape.
Right. But he chose to go somewhere else. That conversation is over.
We'll make him stay.
Why would you? But okay, just for what Logan wants to play, right? He wants to start. NIL or not, why would he stay if he wants to go somewhere and start?
Everybody at every Power 5
you
wants to
can't
start.
make him. I mean, it's his last year of college football. You can't make him stay.
Everybody, there's a way.
Okay, what way would that be?
I also have a much greater issue in that a lot of players who could have stayed didn't stay.
Well, they could have, but some of those guys weren't good enough.
Jay, you know me well enough to know symptoms equate to cause and effect. Things that exist for a reason, and a very simple point, right? That if Garrett Nelson has the ability to come back and doesn't, why? If the best players, if Casey Thompson, who was healing and you allowed the healing because, I don't know, he fell on the grave for you, he fell on the grenade for him, why would you go out and put him in a situation where he has to make a decision rather than feel like he's fully supported for falling on the grenade for you?
But he didn't. He fell on the grenade for Scott Frost.
He fell on the grave for Nebraska.
Yeah, but
He fell on.
But you ain't gonna keep nobody based on what they did.
So you couldn't keep him. Now you've got a guy that you don't know anything about.
And who would that be?
Harburg. We don't know anything about him. Contrary to what, again, we've been down the road of being sold and then not having it delivered. Okay.
Right, but
so
those aren't Matt Rule's problems, though.
Matt Rule's problem is that his number 2 quarterback, he doesn't know anything about.
Right, and that's what
he doesn't know anything about his number 1 player in the Big Ten. He don't know about he doesn't know Jeff Sims in the Big Ten Conference. No. He doesn't know Matt Rule in the Big Ten Conference. He doesn't know Marcus Satterfield in the Big Ten Conference. He didn't know Tony White in the Big Ten Conference.
But what does that got to do with Heinrich Haarberg?
In making decisions, you don't know.
But how? But let me ask, how would he know how Marcus Satterfield is going to do? He just got hired in December.
We have more questions than answers.
But that's how you get hired, and that's how somebody gets fired. When you get hired, it does, like, nobody knew Nick Saban would dominate college football when he got hired in Alabama. There was no forecast. Now you had some guesstimation and thought like, okay, well, he did it at LSU, so he kind of knows the landscape and all that, so you can kind of forecast. But like, knowing what everybody's going to do when you haven't even played a season, that's unrealistic to expect. You can't expect people, like, if somebody has 1 year to play and you're here, whether you are number 2, but you can go somewhere to where one of the coaches that recruited you at Jacksonville State and pretty much told them you could come in here and start. That's not going to happen. One of the coach, like with Casey, okay, do I want to battle it out and take chances? Okay, realistically, he probably would have got in and got some time. Let's be honest, right? But then you can go to where a coach that actually recruited you and be the guy with your last year plan. The problem that they have is they got 2 backup quarterbacks, don't know nothing about any of them. None of them have been productive. And who is going to separate themselves from the time that the spring game was over to the time that they report to fall camp, day in and day out? That's their biggest problem.
One of them, and the only live action we saw was 2 of 9, 0 for his first 7. Facts. Like, that's a fact. I can sit back and look at it. I can go look at the tape. I can look at the schemes. I can look at the ball delivery, ball placement, footwork. I can look at those things. That, to me, I'm not co-signing anybody who in the only live action that's shooting from such a low bar. Jay, that's
right. But you up there talking about what they did. I'm talking about what you did from the time. What are you doing from the time that school got over and you reported last week or whenever to when we tee it up come fall camp?
He's got one,
and you separate them. Listen, let's be honest. Both of them ain't done till he played.
Right. So facts.
Okay.
Facts.
So stop. You can't dress it up.
Right.
They have got to find a way.
Gotcha.
To cement themselves.
Got it.
And separate these. They have to.
We don't
ultimately,
know,
or
but
they
we
gonna
also
be finding another place to play.
But we also don't know from in full what Marcus Satterfield wants this team to be. This offense to be. Is this a power offense? Are we going to rely on the bigs up front? We're going to rely on Anthony Grant and Gabe Urban? We don't know.
Right.
We know we can respond to what we're told, but we don't know.
Right. You don't know. But here's but that's fine. At the end of the day, they know. Them 2 know, and both of them are big, strong, got arm, got all the potential.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it don't matter if they run the wing tee, the run and shoot, the combination or whatever. They have to separate themselves.
What throws is he going to ask whatever quarterback to make in abundance at a high level, high quality? What throws? Are we going big ball like we did with Trey last year?
Well, you better not be out there skipping rocks. I can tell you that. I know one quarterback that was out there throwing them at the feet. I know that in a game. I saw it on Minnesota game, and I seen it out there. Like
I'm talking about the last I saw,
right.
And it wasn't November. It was in March,
right?
That I saw 0 for 7.
Right.
He took 7 throws and completed the same number as me, you, Austin combined.
Right.
And we didn't take no drills.
How many throws has he had besides the spring game that they evaluate? It's not that this spring game is not end all be all.
It's all I know.
Right, but you do know you've seen somebody skip rocks out there, and I know on a third down when Oliver Martin was out opening, I saw that thing skip rocks. Well, there is no. I know that for a fact.
Here's where I am with it.
I see you run the opposite way when you supposed to go right. I saw you be the only one dude that you called a play.
You know what I would have done.
Okay,
but
hold on. You called a play where everybody goes right, and you're the person that called it, and you went about face left.
If I asked you to throw a 12-yard out and you threw it 7, and then I asked you to throw post that bangs at 13 yards and you threw it 22, if
right,
we're not talking about a bucket of riches.
No,
we don't have that to
We're
work
not talking
from.
about a bucket of riches. We're talking about who is going to separate. I'm going to keep going back to this.
Yeah.
What do they have to do? Okay, I don't even hear about what do they have to? What does one person have to do to essentially say, okay, you have gotten better? Because at the end of the day, we keep talking about what they can't do. We have to talk about what you can do, and what you are going to do, and what you did. So then, when we start the season, we feel comfortable that you can go into a game and be functional.
First of all, I'm gonna be clear. I'm not going into the first game being comfortable, no matter what I see in the meanwhile.
Right.
I'm having a sucker-free summer. I'm not going down that path.
Right, but at the end of the day, if you ain't comfortable and if you can't exude confidence in your players, then that's on you. When you go to a game, you better be you have to be somewhat comfortable that you got your starter out there, and then whoever has made that progress, that he's the number 2. Because when you get to the sideline, the starter, the backup, quarterback coach, or however they have got to congregate. It can't be like, well, I don't believe in you because in the back of my mind, I think you garbage. So then you know what? I'm not going to talk to you. We're here to win a game.
I don't. Here's the thing. You know that the coach in me thinks I can fix all of it.
No, what you just said as a coach, you said
as a coach,
you don't believe in none of them, so you just like, I ain't gonna do nothing with any of them.
I don't get to coach them. What I would be working on with all of them is their ability to play safe, no matter what I call. Mistake-free football is simply ball management, understanding of play and scheme, sound audibles, and finishing the play and getting back to the huddle. All of those things. Get back to the huddle, not to the sideline because you gave it away, not because you made a throw. I'm not asking you to do other extra stuff. I need for you to make base throws, the safest, most complete throws that I can ask within my system. I don't know what their system is, but I'm going to have them running screens and option routes where it's safe. It's not there, throw it away or pull it down, get back to line scrimmage, slide.
Is it intangibles, leadership, execution, the it factor? Because ultimately they'll be able to do that comparable to each other, throwing little 5-yard outs and all that other stuff. That's the Trent Dilfer way of playing quarterback. Because at the end of the day, if you get in that game, you don't think as a defense coordinator I'm gonna be sitting on everything short?
I could be.
I'm sitting on everything short right now.
I'm absolutely gonna do that, and then I'm gonna say, you know what? Hey, Grant, Irvin, buckle up. Hey, big boys, time to party. I'm gonna throw three tight ends out there, and we're just gonna sledgehammer folks, and it'll look like Iowa football. Because Iowa is not gonna. If you don't give the ball away, you are in a positive.
So then now you're saying that Nebraska's defense is like one of the best in the nation.
No, I'm saying that I'm not going to put their already taxed defense on short fields, and I'm not going to make them play extra possessions, and I'm not going to make them defend from our own 30-yard line.
Right.
I would much rather punt it and make them go 70 than to put it on the ground and let them go 30. And if I do that over a course enough games, I can be competitive until I can make the 4-yard throw that turns into a 12-yard game.
All right. I'm going to, you know what, before we end this, I'll give you what they need to do.
Thank you.
Okay.
Since
you up here, DP out here, politician like a mug. Hey, Austin, he said 80,000 words and didn't say nothing, man. Boy, up there,
I told you.
He up there peeing on us, telling us raining. So I'm gonna give it to you straight what each of them need to do.
I'm waiting for that.
In order for me as Coach Foreman.
Hey, watch this.
When DP pulls a hamstring as my starting quarterback, then I'm gonna say, okay, get in the game and not think twice.
See,
when we come back after break, I'm gonna keep it real.
You see, he's gonna get it.
Jay Foreman, DP, we'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Against Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Against Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the dads in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
How many times has the dad in your life complained about being tired and sore and done nothing about it? Why not change things up this year for Father's Day with a gift certificate for a massage from the Body Shop? It's not a day at the golf course or a new tool for the shop, but it is something that can make activities less painful going forward. Get Dad a gift certificate today for Father's Day at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Our Remington Homes has really expanded and taken off in the last 5 years.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. You can select your options. We give you a lot of choices. By selecting certain floor plans, they're just easier to build. And you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter. And the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The rows of the Texas Rose.
24 cross.
All right, we're back. We only got 2 minutes.
32
Okay,
isolation.
We got 2 minutes. If Coach Jay Foreman is coaching quarterbacks, I'm telling Heinrich Harburg, here's what I need from you, my man. We know you have zero experience, but you look like Tim Tebow. So what we need you to do is we got to work on your ball security and we got to improve your football acumen. It is not your fault, Heinrich, that the last offensive coordinator made a conscious effort not to let you play quarterback or develop when you took it upon yourself to welcome the idea of trying to get better, even on scout team. And then therefore I just looked over you. I'm not going to hold that against you. So what I'm going to do is put pressure on you to make up that difference. Hey, it's life. Complain about it or do it. Okay. So what we need you to do, improve your knowledge of the playbook. And then that has to boil over into our execution. So then therefore every 7-on-7, anything like that, I'm going to grade you harder than I'm going to grade Jeff Sims, whether you like it or not. Okay. Then I'm going to Chubba. Chubba, I got to send you to the Dalai Lama. Okay. We have to
pray.
Yes. We need to pray. Let me finish it. I'm sending you to the Dalai Lama or somebody like that to where we have got to get your nerves under control because you are not playing to your potential. Straight up. And this is honest God Drew. Okay. Now here's what I'm going to do as a coach. I'm going to walk with you hand in hand, and we are going to go through these plays. So when you get out
how are you going to walk hand in hand if his hands are folded and he's praying?
They're there.
Because God, we're going to pray as soon as he decides to mess up and make a bonehead play when everybody's going right and go left. I'm going to do like everybody else, bop him right upside the back of the head. Okay. But in theory, I'm going to be there with you every step of the way because I want you to step on that field and have superior confidence and play to your potential. Okay. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm not making no excuses for you. I don't even really care what your brother doing. Okay. Good. Congrats to your brother. I want you to be better than your brother. I'm actually going to demand more out of you than you've ever given me. You might not like it. And you know what, Chubba? 9 times out of 10, you get in your car, I know you're going to be dog cussing me up and down. But guess what? When you come here in the morning at 7 o'clock, guess who you're going to see? Me. And sometimes on purpose, I might not even brush my teeth. Now, how you like that? That's how I'm going to get those dudes ready to play. Now, will it work out or not? But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them both a plan of progress. So when, we are beating Minnesota, I can look over, or if just by chance you need to go in the game, it's not even a question who's going in the game. Because we're not going to be December next year and hear rumblings that Coach Foreman didn't give me an opportunity or didn't coach me or actually took it upon himself not to coach me. Okay. I'm giving you every option, and you better not be sitting in my meeting when those things come off and be comfortable being a backup. Straight up. And that's how
So who's your number 2 August 30th?
Whoever takes the game plan and run with it.
Who do you think there's going to be?
I don't know. If I had to bet right now, I would probably. I think they would be code number 2s, but I think just for the simple fact he's played before, Chuba would probably go in first.
There we
but
go.
H Hummer would be in there.
Okay.
Hummer would be playing regardless. So I'm telling you right now, I will have a Tim Tebow Nebraska style package for Heinrich Harburg.
Okay.
Because you know what I'm going to do? Heinrich, you know the best way to get over nerves? If you're nervous or somebody nervous, you need to get hit.
Oh, he gonna get hit?
No, you need to hit somebody, because that kind of opens up your eyes, to be on all jokes aside.
Yeah.
Get him in there and do something simple. Like if you want to get a basketball player to get him going, like this, Austin. If you look at your team and they're sluggish, okay, we're gonna guard for a full court then.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna just wake up your kinetic energy. So that's what I would do. I did straight to the point. It was actually 3 minutes, DP, not 30 minutes of talking around it and all that other stuff.
Listen.
I'm coming right at you.
Listen.
Jay Foreman, DP. We're going to be up in Omaha, Blur Tailgate, Hilton, Omaha. I don't even know where the heck it's at, but we'll be there somehow, some way. Jay Foreman, DP will be back tomorrow. We are out. This dude over here.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock, or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. Herrick Services takes this time to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the dads in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less.